Hello again everyone, Ageofdune here, and we are back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This particular game, I specifically looked for HotshotGG here. I have heard a lot fairly recent. Oh, this is actually a team game too. lastminutechallengerplsh versus Equipe Marois. So this was actually when these five were trying to get to Challenger. I did not even know that. I thought it was actually just a regular ranked game, but it's actually a ranked team game, which is kind of awesome. So, well, we'll have to see how it ends up happening. I specifically went to this one because it had HotshotGG, and I wanted to see him do LeBlanc. Because I've heard a lot of people recently saying HotshotGG is the best LeBlanc ever. So I wanted to see, I wanted to see why exactly that is, and I wanted to see him play. I mean, even Bjergsen has been saying that HotshotGG is the best LeBlanc ever. And, you know, coming from the pros and everything, even the pros are saying it, definitely worth checking into. So I decided to go ahead and do that. I had no idea that this was the Fives team that they were working to get their challenger on. That's kind of cool. I did hear about it. I didn't know that this was going to be one of those games, though. But I think it'll be pretty entertaining. From what I understand, they actually put this team together a couple weeks before the end of last season. And they were doing it, the only reason, of course, was to get themselves to Challenger on anything. So in this case, it would actually be Fives. And they wanted to go ahead and do that. They weren't able to do it in regular ranked, I believe, just because of the massive number of people that were recruits. So they went ahead and created this Fives team so they could all work together to go ahead and get Challenger for themselves here. So that'll be entertaining to see. I don't know anything about their enemy team here, but they are, from what I understand, fairly high up because I don't remember seeing many more. Well, I could actually probably check that. Let's see here. Alright. Let's just look at one of these people. Does this say Sarasun? Okay. Let's take a look at Sarasun here. Sarasun apparently is a Diamond 1 player, and I'm not sure about the team. Let's see. Leagues and Equipe Marois. They were actually Challenger as well. So this team is actually Challenger in the NA League system, ranked 5s. So definitely a fairly high elo thing here. It's not something to scoff at, really. It's apparently going to be HotshotGG versus a duo lane, which is going to really, I would think that would suck. As LeBlanc versus a duo, that's going to be very painful. Blue team did have this warded, so they do know that Rammus is here and actually coming down. I'll introduce all the players very shortly here. And no, he's just going to keep on running along. Alright, let's go ahead and put everything in order here. We've got LeBlanc, played by HotshotGG top lane, versus, sort of, Renekton, played by Giant Robot NTT, who's actually been shut down pretty hard so far. Or I think he just got to lane, I'm not sure. Either way, though, these guys are actually going in and grabbing this red buff, which I think... Oh, no, he did see that. That's right. The other guy... She got their red buff, right? Oh. Yeah, she got their red buff. Oh, he's gonna die. Is he gonna die? He's not gonna die. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. He's gonna die. Let's go watch that whole gank here. Nope, a little further back. Alright. So there we go. He's at full health right around here. Took a tower shot, which obviously not a good idea. But, you know, it happens. And there we go. Fizz is now going in. In comes the Elise. Did miss the stun there, but now she goes ahead and uses Repel to get to him. He flashes out, and she flashes to follow. The Fizz has gone ahead and fallen back, so I guess he thinks he's safe. So he's going to go ahead and continue running away, get under the tower here, and she goes back in on him again. He ignites her and uses the... What is that ability called exactly? That thing, Rake. Uses his Rake to slow her down, but he came back out again just far enough that Fizz was able to flash and get to him to take him out. So, good gank there. Oh, in came the Thresh and Rammus thing though. They're going in, taking that Fizz down pretty fast here. He's getting really low, gets flayed by Link, and I think he's going to go down to this Ignite. He doesn't yet. But Link goes ahead and flashes and uses that last auto attack to go ahead and take him out. It did mean that the Vayne was down here solo, So the Renekton did have a chance to go ahead and get a decent amount of CS here off of this, I would say. By decent, I mean 3, apparently. But these guys are still pushing here, and it looks... Oh, nice dodge there. Is she going to get out? She does not get out, but Thresh gets the kill. She came back down, took the time to go ahead and kill Rammus, who tanked a lot of tower shots there. And it did mean that she ended up trading 1 for 1 there. Kind of like that. Oh, stuff's happening to Lulu. Lulu got pretty low there, but nothing too big. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on with this. We've got Fizz, played by Tachibana Konata. Okay. Haven't heard the name before. Versus Wingsofdeathx playing Talon. I definitely have heard of him before. I used to watch his stream a lot before he injured his wrist and stopped streaming. He's back now, but even still he doesn't stream nearly as much as he did before. In comes another gank here from Rammus this time. And ends up hitting there. The stun came out from LeBlanc onto the Lulu. Lulu goes down. And now the Tristana's trying to get out. I think she's going to get out of this with no problem. Yeah. High's not even going to try. He's just going to go and walk away. Oh, is he? Oh, he made her think that, but he didn't actually... Never mind. He's gone now. And Fizz is actually coming up too. He was apparently engaged on by Thresh. Let's see what exactly happened there. So I want to see that. Alright. So Thresh was coming over from behind. Fizz did quite a bit of damage there to the Talon. And there we go. He's just doing a little bit of harass here. Thresh is coming in from the bushes to the top. And now in comes Thresh. Thresh is now visible, and Fizz says, oh crap, I'm in a little bit of trouble. The Talon goes ahead and jumps to him and uses the rake, so the Fizz is now going very slow. He gets flayed by the Thresh as well, going even slower. There comes the shield from Thresh. And the... Was that a flash? That was not a flash. That was just a regular jump. Oh, barely dodged that Thresh hook. But he's running away now. And I do think he ended up going down to this. Jumped over to Thresh, and he's trying to get out, gets flayed again, gets taunted by the Rammus, and he's getting really low here, and he's gonna go down to the Rammus, actually. So, nice job there. Interesting to see roaming Thresh instead of Thresh just kind of hanging around with Vayne. He's actually roaming and letting her handle herself, which, I mean, it is Doublelift, so I guess I can kind of understand that. Doublelift is definitely regarded as one of the best AD carries in NA, if not the best AD carry in NA. That's what a lot of people say anyway. So, I'd say leaving him alone down there is probably a decent idea. Thresh and Rammus are down here. They've got Tristana completely surrounded. A little bit of damage there from the LeBlanc. In goes the Rammus. The Tristana goes and flashes out, but she gets flayed by Thresh, and HotshotGG comes in for the kill. Oh, Lulu is coming in as well. Got grabbed there by the Thresh. She's getting low as well now. And she does end up going down to Thresh, actually. And HotshotGG just go ahead and uses his clone there. Amazingly, it didn't die. One more tower shot would have killed it, but it teleported away just beforehand, thanks to leashing. And are we about to see another gank here from Elise? It does look like it. And maybe. Not yet. Oh, there we go. Now she's going in. Does go ahead and go straight to the minions there. And Talon jumps away onto the minions that were on the other side. They are still following him, though. Okay, very nice little stun there from the Elise. Got him in place. Now the Talon's getting really low. He's at about half health now. And the Fizz is going in on him. Both Elise and Fizz doing a lot, and he ends up going down to the Elise. So that was a good gank there. Tristana came back up for more and was forced to jump away there. The red team is going in on this tower, and they may end up getting it fairly soon. The ult comes out, or not the ult, sorry. The taunt comes out from Rammus, but it was not quite enough to kill her or anything. But it did do a little bit of damage to her, and now the Rammus and Thresh are both going to go ahead and fall back, at least a little bit. Alright, let's carry on with this. We've got, I already mentioned that one. We've got Tristana, played by Le Bulbetier. Alright, versus Doublelift, playing Vayne. Did mention that one. Lulu is played by Sarasun and is going to be versus Thresh, played by Link, who is also CLG. So we've got 2 CLG members, an ex-CLG member, and a Cloud9 member. High playing Rammus versus Elise, played by Titours. Alright, lots of pings up here. Looks like HotshotGG is coming in for a gank. Oh, Lulu goes and wards in that bush and says, oh crap, there's a LeBlanc hiding in that bush. LeBlanc jumped to her, out comes the little chain of doom, and the Lulu does get stunned, and down she goes to, actually, the Lulu. Tristana came over to do at least a little bit of harass there on the LeBlanc, but now they're trying to get out of this. In comes Talon, though, as well. Jumps in and silences the Elise. Down goes the Elise. Now Tristana's on the run as well. Fizz is coming up, and... oh, he's hiding over here. Oh, nice. Just barely... oh, okay. I thought for a second that he missed his shark, but it actually did end up attaching itself to High there. So High's now in a little bit of trouble, but LeBlanc is coming in, lands the chains on the Fizz. He's about to get stunned. He does get stunned. And now Talon is going to go in, jumps to him, silences him, and there is the Talon ulti, and that is enough to go ahead and finish him off. And actually, HotshotGG got the kill there. Nice. And down bottom, what happened here? Alright. Down bottom, we had Thresh and Vayne keeping the Renekton at his tower. And I knew it looked like he was getting engaged on here, but I'm not sure completely. Thresh is kind of going in, maybe a little... oh, he went in on them. And Thresh immediately flayed, followed by a Q to go ahead and grab him and stun him in place. The tower is on Vayne, so she's having to be very cautious here. Out comes the shield from Link, and Doublelift goes ahead and uses that shield to get back out of this. But the Renekton is still around, and the Link is Doublelift is going back in on him. Link is taking the tower, flays the Renekton out, and flashes out to survive. No, he ends up going down anyway, and that's actually shut down because he'd been getting a lot of kills previous to that. So that was definitely not worth it for them. I mean, yeah, it ended up being a kill and an assist. I don't know. I mean, it is a kill on Vayne, and getting Vayne fed is very nice indeed. Oh, is she gonna get down to this though? Yes, the Elise goes in, repels into range, and she's going in on Doublelift. Doublelift is getting really low, got cocooned, and yes, he is indeed gonna go down. So yeah, definitely not worth it then. Definitely not. And now we actually have LeBlanc switching lanes here, and she is actually mid now, where Talon went top 2 versus 1, the Lulu Tristana combo there. And I'm guessing that the ping there was somebody asking, "Hey, what wards are up there?" And that was probably HotshotGG saying, "Hey, there's a ward right here." All right, so Thresh is here to help as well. He's been roaming a lot this game, I noticed. It's kind of interesting. You don't usually see that all that much. It used to be a huge meta that you would have one person roaming around like this, but anymore you don't really see it all that much. But in this case, he definitely is. He's now coming in to possibly gank for these guys. There is a ward there, though, so he was warned back. He's going to go ahead and just walk back down. Not sure what he's doing exactly. But Blue did just go to LeBlanc there, and now they're going in on the Fizz. Thresh came behind him, uses the box there, and uses the flay on the Fish. Fish tried to go ahead and use that ulti of his, but it did not end up hitting anything. Thresh is getting really low here. I think he's going to get out of this thanks to that shield, though. And now Elise was forced to flash out. But I think she's going to be fine here, although I could be wrong. LeBlanc is chasing her down. In LeBlanc goes. Gets stunned there by the cocoon, but the spiders were able to interrupt the Rammus incoming. And Elise is indeed going to make it out. In the meantime, Talon was up top, and he was actually able to take down that tower. So not too bad there. And now we've got 3 members of the red team here. Hotsho. Gonna go ahead and continue pushing this down. Challenger, please. I like the tag there, too. Because from what I understand, it is HotshotGG's team. So I guess that's why they have the tag of Hotsho. You know, HotshotGG. Hotsho. What was that? I guess Elise got a little low there. But she did end up making it... oh, actually, hold on. Maybe not, actually. Alright, so she was coming up here. We'll come back down there in a moment. I want to see what exactly happened to her. She gets bursted a little bit by LeBlanc there. Actually, quite a bit. Down to half. And gets stunned. I think she still got hit by that stun. And LeBlanc is waiting for her to come back down. Nice stun there from the Elise. Means that she's not going to get taken down by that. And now we can see what happened down here. I probably should have just stuck down here. But I really wanted to see what exactly happened to Elise before she actually died. Because at the time, Renekton hadn't died either. Alright. So in comes the Rammus coming in, and the Vayne goes in on the Renekton as well. Renekton immediately ults there. And we do see Rammus tanking the tower, which honestly is a good thing because he could do that easily. Vayne is, I think, going to go ahead and take down the Renekton. Yes, barely does it. Is Rammus going to die, though? Rammus survives, though just barely. I think one more minion hit would have killed him. Yeah, actually, he was really low there. Did end up surviving, though. And that does mean that Vayne's going to be able to go ahead and proxy farm this to make sure that another extra wave of minions is going to make it to the tower here. I like the kiting here that he's doing. We'll go check that out in a moment. Very nice kiting. Just going to go ahead, stutter step away, making sure that he's hitting all the minions as he's walking without them doing any damage to him whatsoever. So, alright, let's go see what happened up here. Thresh is up here roaming around and warding. And nice jump by the Fizz there. Jumped over the Flay. The stun comes out there from Thresh onto Tristana. But it looks like the Thresh is still going to go down. In goes the LeBlanc, did a lot of damage really fast to Fizz. Fizz goes down to LeBlanc, and Tristana is forced to jump out. So that ended up being a 1-for-1 there. But given the fact that he... Oh, maybe not yet. The Talon is currently chasing down the Lulu. Getting engaged on by the Elise, though. And he's getting really low here. Out comes his ulti. It is... Oh, it did end up being able to take down the Elise. And Tristana's thought about coming back in, but she decided against it, but now she's being chased down by LeBlanc. And that's really not a good sign for her. Gets silenced there, and I think she's going to go down. There's the chain. She does get stunned, and the rake comes out from Talon. Vayne actually ended up getting the kill on her, though, amusingly enough, with a single auto attack from the looks of it. And that does give HotshotGG here the opportunity to go ahead and get Dragon. Marois. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that this team's like a French team or something. The names definitely sound French, and Marois and whatever their actual name is. Let's see. I don't remember. Equipe Marois. That sounds French, although I'm not sure. It might be Spanish, but I definitely think it's France. So I don't know. If so, that's what it is. Actually, if it's French, it'd be Marois, I think, because it wouldn't be Marois, it'd be Marois or something. I'm not French. I never took French, so I don't really know it all that much. Ooh, what is happening down here? Why is Thresh chasing Renekton alone? What the heck? All right, so Vayne is gonna go ahead and farm here, and Thresh is just kind of chasing him down. Misses the grab there, but he does manage to land the Flay. Renekton's still running around. He thinks that somebody's following. But nobody's following whatsoever. Nobody was coming. And he had no idea there. But he was still running from Thresh. As a support, that's always a really amusing feeling. And actually kind of a good feeling. Just seeing the enemy guy, like especially with something like Renekton who could just tear you to pieces. But seeing them running away from you. It's just like, haha, fear me, I'm scary. Granted, you know, uh-oh. In comes the flash taunt from Rammus, and instantly down went the Fizz there. 3 team members of the blue team, though, Marois, so down goes the Rammus because of that. But they did end up insta-giving the Fizz there, and he had no idea what was happening. That was actually kind of funny. In comes Thresh and Vayne coming in from behind. Oh, I like that. He went ahead, tossed the lantern down here, and then flashed over the wall, which pulled Vayne into it. They engaged pretty hard there. The Vayne went ahead and flashed there, flashed over, and he's going to take down the Lulu here with one more shot. She does indeed end up doing that. LeBlanc is here as well, going to go ahead and jump over, and the Elise goes ahead and goes up into her little spiderweb thing of doom. Comes back down on HotshotGG. HotshotGG does jump there to the Tristana, and he's able to use his ability to get right back out again. Out comes the stun from Elise, lands on Thresh, but there's still 3 members, and out comes the stun from Thresh. Now Renekton is caught, and in they go again. Out comes the Flay, lands on both Renekton and the Elise. They're going in on Vayne. Vayne ends up going down. Renekton gets stunned, so I think he's going to... Oh, he flashes over. Had it not been for that flash, I think he would have gone down, but he does end up flashing over. And now HotshotGG is trying to get out. He does end up going down, though, and he ends up going down to Fizz. Now the Thresh is on his way out. In comes the Talon, though, and ulti is going to take down the Elise. Now he's going in. Thresh and Talon are both going in on the Fizz. Fizz is trying his best to get out, but that's a nope, and Talon's going to go ahead and take that down as well. So they thought for sure that they had Thresh gone, but Talon came along behind them and quite rapidly disabused them of that notion. So, nope, you're not killing my ally. So Thresh wisely takes this time to go down bottom and farm. He's really low, but he knows that none of the enemy is even close to him, nor can they be, because they're a little bit too far away. Tristana went and jumped in there, did a little bit of damage to the Talon, and just pushed him away there. Wait, was that her ult? That was her ult. She actually ultied him there. I'm not sure exactly why, but ulti him she did. And Lulu just came up here to play with Rammus a little bit. Actually, quite literally, because she's just laughing and giggling at him. Oh! What the heck? What were you doing, Tristana? She was just sitting here laughing. Why? And Talon is laughing, and she has no idea that she's being set up here. And in they go. They just both immediately jump on her, and she just melts. What the heck? I don't know why she was sitting around there like that, but it didn't turn out well for her whatsoever. And Thresh is still down here. He's pretty low still. Decided not to go back yet, but she is chasing him down. Elise is coming in. She sees him going down, lands the cocoon, and in goes the Elise. Manages to take down that Thresh pretty much instantly. Not surprising, as Thresh was pretty darn low there. But the rest of HotshotGG is coming up here, and they're going to go ahead and go in on this tower. Tower's going to go down. LeBlanc is just kind of keeping the blue team pushed away. And the Talon's coming in for a little bit of harass as well. That actually chunked Fizz down to half health. But in comes the Vayne as well, and now it's actually 4 members of Team HotshotGG, and they're doing quite a bit of damage to these guys, keeping them very cautious here. Rammus is coming in from behind. There is a pink ward here. Did bait him into going into it, but he was able to take down their ward. Now he actually went ahead and taunted the Elise there. Elise was in a little bit of trouble, but she's actually fine. She was able to rappel up and escape all the things with that rappel. And the fact that the enemy team was close by told Rammus and LeBlanc that it was time to get out. Kind of like LeBlanc. I've never actually played her, but honestly, she looks like a very entertaining champion. Not one that's very fun to go against, from what I understand. But kind of awesome. Alright. I think we're about to see a Renekton versus Vayne fight here. Nope, Renekton changed his mind. The Thresh and Rammus were picked up by the ward, so he knew that would be a bad idea. And Fizz is here as well, so right now it's currently... Oh, there we go. In comes the Rammus, gonna go ahead and go in there, and not much really happens at all. I thought it was gonna be great, but it ended up being nothing at all. Oh, stuff is happening here, however. LeBlanc and Talon are both going in on the mid tower, while all that non-action is happening up top. The Talon got stunned there by Elise, and Elise is doing quite a bit of damage to him. Talon is also tanking the tower until he ults and jumps to get away from that. In comes the LeBlanc, and down goes the Elise. Is Talon going to survive? He actually does survive. With how much health? 19, so he probably had about 15 health when she ended up dying. And now LeBlanc flashed and used that chain to go ahead and take down the Lulu as well. So that is 2 kills there. Going to use that ulti just to say, or not ulti, the passive to go ahead and laugh and take another couple tower shots for no reason really. Down goes another wave of minions. The Fizz is on his way over, and these guys are going to be forced to fall back. And now we see Renekton saying, "Hey guys, hey, come and help me out here. It's currently 3 versus 1, and that's not so good." Tristana was able to take down the tower here. Oh, in comes the Fizz. Did a little bit of auto attack damage to Thresh, but now in comes the Thresh ulti, and Fizz melted pretty much instantly there. Ended up dying to Rammus actually. Well, I have a feeling a lot of that damage was Vayne. Renekton's now in a little bit of trouble as well. Lulu is here to help him though. And down goes the Thresh to Lulu, oddly. And Renekton is indeed going to survive this. In comes Elise, repels to Vayne, who immediately rolls out. And I think she still may end up going down, though. She does punt the Elise back against the wall, though, so now Elise is forced to flash out. She's almost dead. In comes the cocoon. Lands on the Vayne. Vayne's getting really low here. Lulu is the only one left, and I think Vayne's going to be fine. Although, there comes Elise again. Does split into spider form, and she's chasing down here. No, she's still going to fall. What, does she fall back, though? The Rammus is really close to dead. I don't think he's going to die yet, though. I don't think he's going to die at all. And there we go. Lulu switches over to Vayne. In comes the Elise. Manages to take down the Vayne, and now she's going in on Rammus. Rammus goes down as well, so that's actually a double kill there. All for Lulu. So that's not too bad, but in comes HotshotGG from behind, and down goes the Elise just about instantaneously. Like that double hop. Hop, hop, boom. And Talon is pushing down bottom. And just pushing. And LeBlanc is pushing top. While in the meantime, we've got Renekton and Fizz both pushing mid. They're probably wanting to go ahead and go in on that tower. No, they're going to fall back now as they see that LeBlanc is pushing down their tower. They really don't want to hand that over to her. And we see Talon just kind of farming up the double golems down here. And LeBlanc's in a little bit of trouble there. Apparently the ulti from Fizz missed. She jumps out in... Oh, nice. That even tripped me out. Alright, let's slow that down just because it was kind of confusing for a second. I'm going to put it on follow of her. There we go. Alright, so there we go. The fish misses right there. Kind of dodged it a little bit by LeBlanc. In goes the Renekton. She goes out and jumps away the first time, and then immediately jumps right back to it. Now she's trying to get out, jumps again, and jumps away. Is slowed by the Lulu, though, so I think she may end up going down. In comes the Tristana as well, who jumps in, but she's able to jump again. Out comes Buster Shot, which just shoves her away. But she's still kind of trapped, juked a little bit there, and out comes her passive. Tried to jump back to her last position, but she still ends up going down to the Fizz. But Talon was able to take down another tower down bottom. So that was kind of worth it. And Vayne and Rammus here are going to go ahead and go in on Baron. And the blue team is going back. And they have really no idea that this is happening. Talon's going in with Tristana. Talon doesn't really have enough mana to do anything versus Tristana. Whereas Tristana really doesn't need mana. So he is forced to go back. Renekton's kind of going in on him. Nothing too huge. Looks like he's chasing him down. Actually is going to catch him too. Nope. Talon saw and is taking off. We still have Rammus and Vayne going in on Baron. And I think we're about to see it. Yeah, it's about to die here. Talon is still escaping. Down goes Baron to that red team. And now, I feel, let's see, does the blue team know yet? I don't think they do yet. Now they do, though. Now they can see, as Elise is there, lands the cocoon on Rammus there, but in comes Vayne. And Elise is now getting hit by the tower. Out comes the condemn from Vayne, shoves her against the wall. Actually, forward as well. And now she goes ahead, uses that repel, tries to get out, jumps to a minion that was on the other side, but is still being engaged on by Vayne. And Vayne says, oh no, you're dead. Down she goes. She actually ended up dying to Rammus because Vayne stopped auto-attacking. And the taunt from Rammus meant that the Elise actually ended up killing herself on that defensive ball curl. Renekton is pushing here as well now. And yeah, he just kind of sat around, did nothing much while his Sunfire Cape there did it. Oh, Talon! Talon interrupts the back, and does he know? Does he know? his Tiamat there actually interrupted it. He's got to know. He's okay. Yeah, he knew. What? All right. What happened here? Nice dodge there from Vayne. Dodged that ult again, going in on the Tristana. Flashed over her there, punted her against the wall. She got stunned, and now she's going in on the Fizz, who's taking a lot of damage really fast. The barrier comes out, and down goes the Fizz. Boom! Nice. And in the meantime, these guys are both just kind of sitting around laughing. Actually, it kind of looks like Renekton's dead, but he's not. But he looks... Oh, he went ahead and ultied there, so he's going in on the Talon big time. But Talon just says, yeah, don't think so. So down with the Renekton. Had he not ultied and started attacking there, I think he probably would have survived, because Talon really showed no desire to kill him there. Elise is going in on the Vayne there. Vayne is going to survive this unless... Oh, sorry about that. That was my Skype. Down she goes to the Elise because she did continue following there, but that does mean that it is an ace. So now the red team, HotshotGG, can go ahead and continue pushing this forward. Talon's pushing down bottom while the rest of the team is pushing up top here. They're going to go ahead and take down this tower. Oh, in comes Tristana, gets taunted immediately by Rammus, flayed by Thresh, and just immediately melts to the LeBlanc. Down goes the tower. I'm not sure where exactly Rammus is going. Just kind of running around. Picked up that shield by Thresh for no real reason, and now they're just kind of running around by the double towers. I guess they're just kind of throwing their lives away. But on the plus side, the Rammus somehow got Fizz. Although I thought it would be LeBlanc who's actually going in on the inhibitor here, but she actually didn't end up getting him. It ended up being the Rammus. And now, what the heck? Talon was pretty low here. That's where the Fizz melted. See, I thought that he actually died to LeBlanc, but he didn't. It was actually Rammus that killed him. And now we see the Talon here, pretty low, sitting here pretty cocky, but now the Lulu and Renekton are chasing him down. And he's really low, he has no way to get across here. And there we go, they're going to go in on him. He jumps over to go in on Renekton, uses the ult there, but he's not going to be able to get out of this, so he does end up going down. But in the meantime, LeBlanc and Rammus were able to finish off that inhibitor, and Elise as well, apparently. They're going in on, or Renekton's going in on the LeBlanc. Out comes the chains, and Renekton gets stunned. Rammus is trying to escape this. Rammus is, I think, going to escape this. Out comes chains again from LeBlanc. Down goes the Renekton to those chains. The Rammus actually got shoved into the wall there, but it was not quite enough to finish him. And now Tristana's doing what she can on LeBlanc, but I don't think she's going to finish that either. LeBlanc is going to get out of this. Renekton's actually fighting wolves here at the moment just because his Sunfire Cape activated them. But Uh-oh. Down goes the Lulu. Right? Nope. They're going to take off and run away. LeBlanc and Rammus are still running away. Tristana is still trying to find them. Vayne is coming up from the side. And, oh my, in goes the Tristana. Oh, wow. What the heck? Alright. So that was a really bad move on Tristana's part. She figured that they were in the bush, but she figured, I guess, that she could go ahead and burst them down. So she jumps in right here. Jumps in and immediately gets taunted by the Rammus. And just bursted out completely by LeBlanc there. That was ridiculous. Out comes the ward from Lulu, and that really doesn't matter. In comes the Fizz trying to take down the LeBlanc, but Vayne is taking down Lulu along with Rammus in the meantime. Down goes the Lulu. Fizz decides to go ahead and try to take down Rammus, but Rammus is tanky. Still goes down to that burn, or whatever it is, from the Fizz. I think it's his Q, but I'm not sure completely. It might be his W. I'm not sure, but either way, he does end up going down, but he goes down to Vayne. Now Vayne's trying to get out. Wow, lots of plays there, and Elise is getting really low. Oh, she still ends up taking her down, though. Very nice played by her. That pink ward, I think, is a lot of what did it, because the ulti from Vayne meant that she probably was stealthed there. Oh, Talon just got attacked there by Renekton. Gets to use that shield, though, and now in they go. Talon and Thresh are both going in on the Renekton, and Thresh actually gets the kill. Elise is trying to get out of here. She knows she's low, and actually she probably just could have finished that, but she didn't. So now she's going to go ahead and run up here. Oh my. You going to get out of this? You going to get out? What is she doing? Why is she not going back? Go back. No, she's not going to go back. Whatever. We'll look at her later, because she's just kind of chilling up there. We did just see Tristana die, and I want to see exactly how. Talon jumped straight to a minion in front of her, immediately burst her quite a bit. She jumped to get out of it, but his dot is still going on her, and I guess that's what ended up finishing her off there, isn't it? Yeah. There's his dot. In comes LeBlanc, jumps over the wall there, going in on the Lulu. Out comes the shield from Thresh, and she's going to go ahead and use it to get right into where the Fizz went in on Thresh, and instantly died there to LeBlanc. Thresh did die, but LeBlanc bursted him down too. So, I think that was worth it. The support for another kill for the AP carry, definitely worth it. Elise finally went ahead and went back, and is now just defending the base here, along with pretty much her entire team, except for Fizz and, nice, and Tristana, who are now dead. Alright, so these guys are going to be forced to fall back. They've got to. Although Rammus is coming in here, he's going to want to engage here, apparently. Wow, they're going in. The Lulu is getting really low here. Going to go down to the Talon. And the Talon goes down to Elise. But in the meantime, we see Rammus down here just taunting all the things and just tanking all the things. Now he's going in on Tristana. Going to try to take her down. Uses that Powerball. Oh, nice flash there. She flashes over. And the Powerball ends up running into Renekton instead. So now we see three members of the enemy team. In comes the LeBlanc, go ahead and bursts her down, bursts the Renekton down as well. Fizz landed his ult on Rammus there, but he is able to take down LeBlanc, who had jumped away but was not quite enough. In comes Vayne as well, and Thresh, oh, nice. Fizz went ahead and tried to go in on the Rammus, actually successfully went in. The taunt came out, but it was not quite enough, and the Playful Trickster was able to take him down. So Fizz is going to go ahead and clear out these minions to make sure that this tower doesn't go down quite yet. But in the meantime, Doublelift is down here just blasting this tower down. Down goes the tower. He's going in there on the Lulu, and he's actually, oh wow, he ended up dying to, Fizz ended up dying to her. Although for a second there I thought she was going to live. Nice job there, and yeah, Doublelift is definitely dead here. That was a massive gank from everybody. You can definitely see that the HotshotGG team here is definitely a little bit cocky. And honestly, they kind of deserve it. That was an interesting cleanse there from Tristana. What is Thresh building? How does he have that much damage? Oh my gosh. he was able to take down the Tristana alone. I did not even realize what he was building here. He's got a Trinity Force, Last Whisper, Boots of Mobility, Avarice Blade, and a Longsword. He's going AD Thresh to some extent. You know, sort of AD Thresh. He's going like an Ageofdune build. And honestly, it's really paying off for him. I guess I can understand it given the fact that he was so fed early on. Oh my, the ulti from Fizz actually landed on the Talon there, who's trying to take him down, and actually he ends up going down to Lulu, amusingly enough. But Thresh, who was so low here, got engaged on by the Elise. Or actually, Elise is just trying to run away, isn't she? And yeah, LeBlanc went ahead and went in on her, but yeah. That was a no escape for you. Elise tried to rappel down onto Thresh, but LeBlanc was ready and went ahead and burst her down. The Fizz went down to Rammus in the meantime, and Rammus is now powerballing in, managed to hit the Renekton again. Down goes Tristana to LeBlanc, who immediately jumps back over and goes in on Renekton. Gets grabbed by the Thresh. He's getting really low here, I think. Oh, nice jump there. Went ahead and took down the Thresh, but went down to the LeBlanc. But Lulu actually took down Rammus with the help of some towers, but she's going to get burst thanks to the LeBlanc. And now LeBlanc is going to go ahead and go in on this inhibitor here. Break that down again. Vayne is coming down to push down this tower, which is just about dead. One hit from Vayne's going to do it. Down it goes. And Elise is here and getting engaged on by LeBlanc. Lots of damage there. Out comes the chain. Does not end up going down. In goes the Fizz. Pops that passive, and he's chasing the wrong one. No, he's chasing the right one. Just kidding. But the Vayne was able to take him down. But the Tristana came in, jumped in, and was able to take down LeBlanc. Vayne was able to take down Elise. And now she's going in on the Tristana, who jumps out. But the Vayne is still chasing her there. Rolls towards her, does a little bit more damage. And that final auto attack through the wall there is able to take down the Tristana for the ace. And now we see Vayne going in. Probably going to go in on this tower here fairly quickly, I would say. She is indeed going in on the tower. Renekton came out to try to stop her. Nope. Nope. Just kidding. Down goes another inhibitor. Mid inhibitor is about to go down. Vayne is just decimating Renekton there. And now in goes Lulu, but the tower is gone now, so Lulu was forced to run away. Vayne is destroying this tower as well. And we're about to see the end here. Yeah, Talon and Vayne. Actually, Talon's kind of going in on Lulu a little bit. Doesn't end up taking him down. But a lot of minions here going in on this. Flash comes out from Vayne, does nothing, but it doesn't matter because that is the end. Nice game. 23-4-10 on HotshotGG. That is ridiculous. And he's pretty good on, he is very good on LeBlanc. I will definitely give him that. I'm definitely satisfied with this game. I had no idea it was going to be a ranked 5s. I thought it was just a ranked overall game. But no, he was actually ranked 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Little one-sided, but still entertaining. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night. Bye.